Oh, they taking the register! Let go! Let go! Let go! I took the register! I took the register!
Whoa. I had no idea that part of the celebratory activities associated with Juneteenth was shooting everybody. Ransacking a McDonald's and then shooting everybody in the middle of a parking lot outside of a liquor store. That is the weirdest type of celebratory activities known to man. The wrong type of people, all the wrong type of people strapped up. Get yourself an Elon Musk or a good old-fashioned Donald Trump stay strapped shirt, because if you're in a Democrat-run hellhole, you can't even throw a party, right? Poor black people, they can't celebrate 4th of July for their independence, and if they celebrate the black 4th of July, Juneteenth, they might get shot. There's a Scott Adams joke in here somewhere, but I will not make it, because that's probably racism, but stay strapped up. Be careful out there. Take a look at this. You've got a bunch of, these are 6 teens. Well, that sounds weird. 6 teenagers injured in shooting at Juneteenth event in Democrat-run Milwaukee. Well, that sounds like a lot, but, I mean, come on. I'm sure guns are illegal in Milwaukee. I'm sure there were probably a lack of no shooting signs, right? Do we just need more gun-free zone signs? Will that solve the problem over here? Maybe that'll work over here in Milwaukee, but it didn't work over here in... Look at this one. Man, in Chicago, you had a strip mall. This is just one. This is just one event. This is just one Black National Anthem, Black Independence Day Juneteenth celebration over here at a strip mall. And 20 people were shot. That's just one. 20 people shot, 1 dead. This is 4 people killed, dozens injured in chaotic night of mass shootings across the country on Juneteenth. Wow, that's weird. Definitely carried out by white supremacists, right? We should definitely be on the lookout for a whole bunch of white, domestic, neo-Nazi, Donald Trump supporting maggot terrorists looking to douse black people's expectations for their Independence Day, because that's clearly what's going on, right? It's clearly white supremacists in Milwaukee, white supremacists over here in Illinois, white supremacists in Chicago, right? Right? Killing black people during... No, it's not, because you're not even trying to jam that narrative into this one. You're just like, they're all going to ignore, like, it's not due to justice, everybody. Hunter Biden's been indicted, right? He's going to do a plea deal. Yeah, that's funny. Let's talk about all of these people who are fucking mangled during this Juneteenth celebration over here. And so here is, who knows if this is going to be the final tally, but this is kind of where we're at right now. You've got shootings on Juneteenth weekend leave at least 12 dead, more than 100 injured. This doesn't seem like a celebratory event to me. I mean, this seems like a nightmare situation. We're still going to play this game, though, in this country. Kamala Harris, Brax Hussein's Obama, that dipshit Joe Biden, they're all going to run out. The Department of Justice, everybody's going to scream. That cross-dressing general, that's definitely going to get me audited by the Pentagon. They're all going to scream that the biggest threat to black people is who? White supremacist domestic terrorists. I don't think so. I mean, call me crazy. But all of these are Juneteenth celebrations that end in gunfire. Teenagers killed, plenty of people shot, young people shot. You've got at least 12 dead at the moment. There's 100+ people who've been shot or injured. We're going to keep banging on with this notion that the biggest threat is white supremes. That's interesting. It's almost like the machine and the establishment are trying to run cover for what's actually happening here. It's almost like they need a scapegoat. And after years and years and years, probably a generation plus of indoctrination of all of these public institutions and these shitbag college institutions telling everybody that white people are the biggest threat. They're trying to get everybody to... You know, on Reddit, you're not even allowed to post stuff where a black person happens to be the perpetrator or the criminal. You're not even allowed to post it anymore. This is the same type of stance that here... right outside Oakland or San Francisco, They don't release the mugshots for individuals that they're looking for if they're black or brown. There is this continual push to run cover. And they're more focused on trying to grab the guns of law-abiding citizens, but they will ignore the fact whenever a mass shooter turns out to not be a white person. Drop it, not talking about it. Juneteenth celebrations all across this country have ended in death. And they're just going to ignore it like this is totally fine. That doesn't help the black community. That hurts the black community. The black community needs to know, next year, don't let your kids go to one of these fucking events. This is insane. This is crazy. You find out, go through your kid's phone. Right? Go through their messages. Find out if they plan to go to a Juneteenth celebration. And arrest them. Arrest your kid. Lock them the fuck down. It's dangerous. And white global liberals will continue to ignore this, to hide it, to deep six it, and let people know what is going on in this world. They'll still scream white supremacy. If they can't continue to ignore it, they'll find some way to explain how if it was a white person that caused any of these mass shootings, they'd be screaming that you've got a white supremacist killing people, but they're not. They're just ignoring it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they can't ignore it, but then they just say, well, the black people that shot up this event over here, well, they're white supremacists too. They did this with the Mexican dude. They did it with the East Indian or the Pakistani dude. They do it all of the time. If it hurts their narrative, they'll just go to ridiculous, stupid talking points. And that's where we're at. So, holiday weekend violence. This is an insane amount of death and carnage. And it's brought to you by left-wing ideology. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Support the channel if you want to be kept up to date on the celebratory experience known as Juneteenth and body bags. Hit that subscribe button and make way. Because the salt must flow.